What's going on, guys? It's Chad. I already tried to record this video one time. This is my second take now. I was in the mood to spectate some Warzone, so I was like, okay. Now, the problem is that if you've been watching any of my videos for the past, I don't know, week, couple weeks, whatever, you would know that I was having some issues with crashing and stuff. I tried to do a whole bunch of troubleshooting and stuff yesterday, and I'm pretty sure it's just literally all on the game. I've done everything I possibly could. There's just nothing that I can do as a consumer about this. I don't know. I've tried virtually everything I possibly could. So usually the thing that would end up like fixing a lot of these dev errors and stuff like that is like, oh, like don't overclock, don't do this, don't do that. Like, okay, there's no overclock. We're good. We're fine, right? You would expect some better stability, but it's not making any difference at all. I don't notice more or less of a crash based on my overclocks. I don't do any crazy overclocks or anything. So I just wanted to eliminate the possibility that like it was just some stupid shit that I was doing that was making it crash. So I was like, okay, we're not overclocking, we're not doing any of that stuff. So cool, we're fine. Boom. Still get a crash. Sometimes I'm able to run a couple games and I'll be good, and then it'll crash after 20 minutes. Sometimes it'll crash multiple times within 10 minutes. There's really no way to measure it exactly. One thing I did notice that it feels like I can crash a lot more consistently. Like I can pretty much guarantee a crash if I queue Warzone. So the next thing that people would usually do is do something with, say, the drivers or something, right? And usually people are like, oh, stay with the most up-to-date drivers. The most recent drivers aren't always the best. Sometimes they come out with some drivers that simply either don't really do that much and then introduce some sort of other little issue that like the previous driver didn't, or vice versa. There's a whole lot of testing and a whole lot of people out there that do comparisons and all that stuff with every single driver thing that comes out, and you can see them all. And people will have their general opinions about, you know, whether or not the driver has been consistent or not for them. And I have tried at this point 6 different drivers. 526.32 or some shit. It's 6 of them though.
You a bitch.
Pop off. I love this shit. Anyway, go through all of those. They all seem to consistently crash, you know, all the same. Some of them had different like frame rates and stuff like that, but nothing too crazy of a difference between them. One of the drivers were, quote, extremely stable, but they don't talk about how bad the FPS hit is. Downloaded that driver. It wasn't any more stable than the other ones, and this huge FPS difference that they're talking about, I don't see it. Now, I'm curious, what kind of frames do I get if I put on like high texture? Hey, still 240 kind of. Not bad. Although we're way on the outskirts. If he goes into the city, this will probably be like 200. It's definitely lower, but I don't know if my game is more likely to... Oh. Is he lagging or is that me? Nothing said with my packet loss or latency, so I'm assuming that was him. Bruce Wayne on the outskirts. Seems like he's actually moving now that there's a stronghold active. And somebody hopped in a vehicle right next to him. And my game crashed again. Alright, the game literally just closed. I didn't even get an error that time. After trying like 6 different drivers, there was pretty much no difference between any of them. It was all just pretty much the same. There could be differences, like maybe one is slightly more stable, but in the end, they all crash. Sometimes I'll be good for a while. This happens an insane amount. This is the second time today, just me even like in the middle of recording. I would actually try to grind a little bit of Warzone if I could play the game. Oh dude, imagine just spectating with like cranked graphics. The game is already not stable as is, but like Orion looks so much better with the high quality on as well. Everything looks so much better in game when you actually don't have it on like ultra low quality. For the longest time I ran it on low, but not the lowest low. The lowest low was like paper mache, clay looking. Low was just slightly worse than normal. So on top of turning the overclocks off, changing some settings around, leaving things even by default, how the game even wants to run by itself immediately. It's weird. Like somehow they managed to make Warzone more casual than it already was, which is actually like incredibly impressive. Like I'm not even saying that as like someone that's like angry about it. I like Warzone 2. I like Modern Warfare 2, but I literally can't play the game. For high quality, it doesn't look that much different from normal. One thing that I like is that I can pick up a double kill so my KD doesn't plummet as bad when I'm just spamming spectates. I have so many intentional deaths on this game that I don't even recall taking many deaths to players on this shit. Managed to make it like 4 or 5 minutes into the game. This is amazing. Is this guy lagging? Crashed again. I've also gotten like maybe 3 different error codes, but this is the one that I mainly get. Uninstalled and reinstalled my drivers, like display driver, uninstaller, everything. I've done all of it. Complete clean wipe. This is actually the clean wipe. This is like maybe the 4th or 5th game or so that I attempted to run on this driver after this wipe. Imagine if I actually like got into a nice hot drop, get into a nice rhythm, and then I just have to like sit there worried that I'm just gonna crash at any moment. It literally crashed in the menu, dude. I'm not even playing the game. You know, I haven't scanned and repaired. I see everybody always saying, oh, I don't want to scan and repair every 4 or 5 games, but like, is that even gonna make a difference then? I'll try the scan and repair, why not? Oh, by the way, Cold War actually just got an update. Scan complete, no repair required. I don't believe you, but okay, let's do it. I have no other program running other than OBS recording and this. There is nothing else. I'm even closing the launcher itself after the game launches. Like, exited completely, not just minimized, just gone. I've also undervolted my GPU and shit, like underclocking and undervolting, and it just makes no difference. It just makes the game run worse. You can see my GPU temps. It literally doesn't even get over like 46 degrees. My GPU isn't really working hard at all. So Cold War got that random update, which was kind of weird. As far as I know, the only thing that changed in the update I could see so far was that they added the Christmas lights back to Nuketown. Nuketown is a great map, looks great. Dude, I didn't even know there was like a random ship off the side. Like, what is this? Dude, I bet some psychopaths land out here regularly, some mermaid. Also, tomorrow, Elden Ring actually has an update, but it's just like a Coliseum update, and I think it's just like PvP related. I don't think it's really adding anything new, but I could make an Elden Ring video tomorrow. I just don't know necessarily, like, surprisingly, Elden Ring is still one of the most top search things on my channel. I got them both. I mean, we did a scan and repair, and if we manage to get through a game after a scan and repair, maybe that's doing something. That definitely would confirm that it's something on their end. I got nothing open. I looked at that error code that I usually get on there. I've gotten like 3 or 4 different error codes or whatever, so it's hard to really tell what is actually crashing my game half the time. It's multiple ones, so is this guy picking somebody up? I'm spectating teamers in solos. What are we doing here? Wait, is he picking him up? Wait, he died. What is going on? Oh, he's getting shot in the back. Oh, he's still alive though. Oh no. And he dies. All right, well, the teamers, they didn't last very long. We got a guy in a CDL skin. He ain't having that. And he kills both of them. The hero that we didn't even know we needed. Picked up 3 kills in that situation, 2 of them being teamers, I'm assuming. I don't know if maybe all 3 of them were teaming. That's kind of crazy if they were. I don't even have my fans right. That's how, oh my. I didn't even know that guy was there. Hey, there's so many people over here. Wow. I need to, whenever I can actually play the game consistently, I need to find a nice place to land. Where does everybody land on this map? Every time I see it, like, especially over on Twitter, no one actually communicates like a regular fucking human being on there. Everyone thinks that they're a fucking comedian. Oh, he was about to actually lose that. Slap picks up his 2nd kill. The guy that he's apparently has a bounty on has a 0.65 KD. I don't believe that. Also, I believe there is a way that you can actually check your KD on here. There's some sort of attachment that you can put on where you can kind of generally guess around what your KD is on Warzone. Just do a little bit of math. It's actually so sad that we have to sit there and try to calculate what our KDs are. But not at all surprising, I guess. This wouldn't be the first time that, like, leaderboards weren't there, for example. Maybe for you Warzone guys, but not us multiplayer people. What is the purpose of picking up a bounty if you're not gonna go for it? That's just, I'm not understanding. Is it more of a denial thing to like just prevent other players from getting it? Just odd decision making to me. Oh, there is something. I wonder how he knew that. He hasn't been spamming the heartbeat sensor that he has, surprisingly. I spectated a decent amount, like, outside of just, like, recording it for content or whatever. I literally will just watch it. Also, all of the testing that I was doing, I've seen a whole bunch of weird stuff. I feel like this is the furthest that we've made it into the game. You don't want to jinx it. I want to jinx it, though. Like, I kind of want to push it, you know what I mean? I need to figure out what is actually breaking shit. And in the scan and repair, it didn't even do a repair. It didn't find anything that was wrong. So, like, what are we talking about? Oh, he's climbing up here. Okay. He should hop off and glide down. He's gonna go onto the train, right? He's gonna try to use the train move and hide. Gonna move him into zone and he'll be good. This guy is so tactical. The audio is so messed up in this game too. It's so strange. Hold on. Let me turn on my... Oh, he's hopping out on this guy. And he gets absolutely and... All right, never mind. There's another guy on the train. Virus. Got 6 kills, though, this time. So a little bit more activity coming from this guy. So he's just chilling on the train, huh? Need to work a lot on, like, the inventory system on this game. I don't even know much about the balance at the moment. All I know is that for sure, obviously, everybody's using the RPK, the AK, all the cast-offs, pretty much. That entire tree, very, very good. Very, very solid. Super good TTK, not hard to control. But those pistols are absolutely something that I recognize are definitely way too strong. Oh, the guy's back. I think this is the same player. Oh, wow. Wait, no, this is definitely a different guy. This dude has done multiple recons. This is the first time I've ever seen people actually use recons like this. In Warzone 2, anyway. You definitely want to take the Hummer, man. No, no, no. Take the Hummer, not this. Okay. I mean, the Hummer is substantially better. Now, sure, you are very safe inside of this vehicle. It's very, very tanky, but... Ooh. Pulls out camera angle chain. Brand new Warzone 2 mechanics in comparison to what you would see over on the Warzone 1. Actually leaning out of the window instead of hopping out completely or seat swapping in order to do it. He just leans out. He's just in the middle of the city. He just... What the fuck? What happened? The clock is going down. This is not a server thing. Oh, he's back. I feel like this guy's gonna try to drive around in this thing for the entire game. Running around. Reversing. Guy hops up onto the top, wants to go and shoot into the windshield. Pops out. Challenges him. Fries the shit out of him. Thieves takes down Track Nation. The looting on this game drives me insane too. It feels like when I'm looting on this game and I'm looking through the backpack and shit and I can't move. It feels like when you're being chased down like a crawl space or some shit. When something is directly behind you but you can't move fast. I can't do it. I can't do it. I hate it. I know as soon as I go to loot into that bag, somebody is sitting there patiently watching and waiting. He got hit with the... Oh, there's another person on the other side anyway. It doesn't really matter, huh? There's another CDL skin. They're both collapsing on each other. He's gonna have to make it all the way to that dumpster and try to see if he can climb over. Yeah, he can. Good rotation. He's in Embassy, actually. Wow. I really don't know the map at all. Holy fuck. Like, sometimes people be asking me, like, where do you land? I'm like, I think Observatory? It's the birthplace of Requise. It's only right. Aim in there. Wow. That dude got absolutely destroyed. He had the dual pistols. Definitely a sweaty player right there. Got 8 kills. Could potentially get 10 kills here, so. Got Engineer on, or whatever the perk is called in this game. There's definitely somebody in there. No doubt in that guy's mind. The dude is probably sitting in the kitchen to his left, directly to his left. He's hearing him walk around now. Okay, he is ADS walking, so it is a little bit more quiet, but it's not the most quiet. He also can't open that door without that guy knowing as well. That guy's definitely gonna camp that. So now that guy has to actually rotate out. So he's gonna go and hold this position. Oh no, beautiful. Ends up getting the full rotation out. Somebody already made it out here though. Age 9 kills, okay. Got the MP5, jumps over. Looks like his sensitivity is on like 2. Got 10 kills, the highest kill game I've ever spectated on Warzone 2 so far. Usually people are, you know, getting in games and maybe getting like 3 or 4 kills average. Oh, and the other guy just literally died in the gas. Honestly, the real victory here is that we were able to spectate an entire game. That's the miracle. So what, we just scan and repair every time it starts crashing too much? Oh, man. I also wish that there was an endgame thing. I really miss hearing everybody at the end. Even, like, some of it was cringe as fuck, but now that they have people, like, actually getting banned for saying and typing wild shit, I mean, why not? Reintroduce it. I mean, you already had proximity chat. That's already crazy. Turn on the lobby channel at the end of the game like you did at the end of Warzone 1. I don't know. Anyway, hopefully that worked and fixed it. We saw some teamers. Warzone 2 is a weird game.